Lesson 3, the implementation phase. The implementation phase is the longest in the project life cycle. It is the phase where most of the project outputs are developed and delivered to key stakeholders for acceptance. Here is our project cycle. We have our implementation phase. We receive the information from our planning phase. We got now all the instructions and the guidelines to do the work. People, the team, and different people involved in the project are doing the work, and that work will provide information to the monitoring phase. Implementation steps include team development. That is the moment you start building that team. You're also assigning work to the different people involved in the project, not only the team, but also people working in the organization and people who have been hired as consultants or even vendors to the project. You're assigning their work based on the information you have in your plans. It's also the time to do contract administration. You're going to be focusing on managing not only the contract from the donor, but also the contract with different providers of goods and services and the consultants in your project. Quality assurance, that means that you need to make sure that people are following the instructions on all those processes, that they are doing the right work, that they are not missing anything, that they are not doing anything that will create quality problems later. You're also managing risk and issues. Issues are something that happens on a regular basis as you are a project manager, and you need to use your governance structure to resolve some of those issues. Many of those issues that will happen, you will have the level of authority to solve them. Those that you cannot, you need to be able to scale them up to governance, to the senior management of the people who have the level of authorization to approve those changes and resolve those issues. And communications. That is where you're going to be spending most of your time as a project manager. It is said that you will spend about 80% of your time communicating. And communicating means making sure that everybody understands what they need to do. People understand where the project is, what are the issues that are happening, how you're solving those issues, what is the progress that people perceive, not only in terms of the team, but also the key stakeholders and the beneficiaries. So communications, it's something that's you're going to be spending a lot of your time during this phase. Here's the flow chart. It's very simple. You are developing the team, you're assigning the work, and in the assignment of work, you are making sure there is quality built into those processes. You start managing issues and risk. You are communicating, but you're also administrating all the contracts. Here are some recommendations during that phase. Implementation phase is where you're going to be spending time to build and develop the talent of your team. And that is important because you're investing a lot of time and effort on a team that needs to start developing and producing the level of performance that you need. You also need to coordinate all the work. The project plan sometimes might include the work and support from the organizational units. You might have consultants, providers of goods and services. You need to coordinate our work, make sure that all of the people are doing the work at the right time. That's also when you need to spend time managing those issues. Don't let them go by. As an issue comes in, you need to record it, you need to come up with a solution, and then assign an owner or somebody who can implement that solution. And you might even need to get the support from your supervisors or the donor to approve some of those changes that you need to happen in order to solve some of those problems. You communicate with the stakeholders and to let them know what the project is. They need to be informed about it so that your support and their support to the project is continuous. And at that moment also you're building the relationships, you're building trust with those stakeholders. So this is the implementation phase. You're going to be spending a lot of time in this work and concentrating mostly on communicating, coordinating, and building your team.